Hello. The Venus transits on 20th December 2025 from the second house to the third house of Libra ascendants. So the Venus is going to stay there in the third house up to 13th January 2026. When the Venus arrives third house, the Sun and Mars were already there. So Mars is going to stay there up to 16th January and the Sun is going to stay there up to 14th January. So they will be together, the Sun, Mars and the Venus will be together from 20th December onwards as a conjunction. So what will be the impact on Libra ascendants? The Venus is the lord of the Libra sign or the lord of the ascendant as well as the lord of the 8th house. 8th house resembled the worst thing of life. So it is called the worst house of any birth chart. Sorrow, agony, destruction and financial losses, setbacks in life, then death, lifespan and life-threatening situations and mainly the disastrous things in life. So that's why it is called the worst house of any birth chart. So the Taurus sign is associated with the 8th house of Libra ascendants. Lord of the Taurus sign is Venus. So automatically Venus becomes the lord of the 8th house of Libra ascendant. When the lord of the 8th house travels from house to house, there are 12 houses in a birth chart. So when it travels one by one, it exerts malefic influences on each house. For those, each and every house represents certain events, particular for that house. So Venus, when Venus reaches those houses, it exerts malefic influences for those events or those matters represented by those houses. But it doesn't do so for the Lagna or first sign, because the Lagna Bhava or first house, not the first sign, first house is owned by Venus. So Venus represents the first house, so it doesn't influence negatively on first house for the matters governed by the first house. When it comes to first house is the main house of any birth chart, or it's called Lagna Bhava. As the lord of the ascendant, when Venus travels to the various houses, it exerts benefic influences also, or positive influences. Now you can understand the role of Venus. So when it reaches each and every house, it exerts mixed influences, negative and positive both. Because as the lord of the ascendant, it exerts positive influences, and as the lord of the 8th house, it exerts negative influences. So it's common for the third house also, as now the Venus is going to stay in the third house from the 20th December onwards. But the role of the Sun and Mars is different. Normally third house resembles your siblings and also your courage and your activeness, your dedication towards your goals, so on. When it comes to Sun and Mars, they are highly active planets. Especially Mars is the most active planet among all the planets. So you will accelerate your working speed towards your goals. You will work hard towards your goals without hesitating, and Sun will help you accordingly, because they are like friends. Sun and Mars are mutually friendly planets, and the third house is associated by Sagittarius sign. So both of these planets are in friendly state with the Sagittarius sign. So they are highly favorable manner in this third house. They are highly comfortable. So they will give their maximum for the natives, the Libra natives, in achieving their goals or working towards achieving their goals. Their courage, dedication and activeness will be in a high level. Venus uh, exerts both negative and positive influences on third house, but Venus can't overpower the influence of Sun and Mars. But the role of the Sun and Mars is not good for your siblings. It shows the difficulties they face in their lives during this time. But the Venus might exert mixed influences on them. Sun, Mars and Venus are in third house. Third house belongs to the marriage circle. Third house, seventh house and 11th house belong to the marriage circle. In the third house, the Sun, Mars and the Venus are there. In the 11th house, Ketu or South Node is there. So the aspect of the South Node, also called Ketu, is not auspicious for the 7th house. 7th house resembles your marriage or married life or your spouse. Even if you are not married and living together without getting married, those relationships and partners also comes under the 7th house. So the aspects of the Ketu, also called the South Node, and also the aspects of Sun and Mars are negative, not the Mars. The aspects of Sun and the aspects of Ketu are negative for the 7th house. Mars also do the same when it comes to the other lagnas, but when it comes to Libra, the lord of the 7th house also Mars. So it acts kind of neutral manner towards 7th house, but when it comes to Sun and Ketu, they act negatively on 7th house. Venus influence with mixed features or mixed influences, both negative and positive. At the end of the December, 29th December 2025, Mercury also transits to third house. So it will be there in the third house up to 17th January 2026. Now 4 planets in the third house. 4 planet conjunction. The third house is highly favorable house for the Mercury, because you will enjoy different positive influence on the matters governed by third house. Normally when the Mercury is in the third house, you will have like more travelings, but they are not normally long range, short range visits, short range frequent visits. And Mercury's role also favorable for your profession also. Not only that, the role of the Sun, Mars and the Mercury, all the 3 planets influence positively for your profession during this period. Also you will have good consciousness during this period. Consciousness on your aims, consciousness on your targets. During the entire time, Jupiter will be there in the 9th house. 9th house resembles luck and fortune. So it's good time for you generally when it comes to Jupiter, because Jupiter can aspect the Lagna Bhava of first house, which will help you to make which will help you to take good decisions, proper decision making, and also move through your life journey successfully by overcoming difficulties in life. Jupiter plays a positive role in that. Saturn is in the 6th house. Saturn helps you to overcome your enemies, overpower your enemies, and also Saturn helps you to control your subordinates in your profession. Give you proper control over your subordinates in your profession, as well as proper control on your servants at home. Also, Saturn is a cold planet, so your 6th house resembles your stomach or your digestive system. Cold houses are not favorable for proper digestion of food, so that's why you might get some kind of stomach related problems, stomach aches, and also you will have low appetite on foods. Also, you might face suffer from gastritis related matters in long term, because Saturn is going to stay in the 6th house in long term. Rahu North Node is in your 5th house, is going to stay up to 5th December 2026, and it will disturb your education and also your love affairs and for the children of the Libra ascendants. But the Rahu in the 5th house is favorable for your income or your financial situation. Ketu in the 11th house is favorable for your income, but not much, because Ketu is in an enemy state in your 11th house. Also, the Ketu is not good to have a good social affairs, because 11th house resembles your interaction with the society, with your friends, with your relatives. So Ketu normally doesn't help those affairs, and in fact it will create you troubles from the society you interact with. So this is a common astrology analysis for the Libra ascendants on this Venus transition. But when it comes to your birth chart, it resembles the exact positioning of planets at the time of your birth, how they are located, and the exact positioning, the state, and the aspects of those planets with each other. All those are described by your own birth chart. They are resembled by your birth chart. So to get a more accurate and personalized birth chart reading, you have to refer your birth chart to an astrologer. Your birth chart shows your destiny, but it's not a fixed destiny. You can change it. Otherwise, there is no point of astrology, because if you can't change it, there is no point of knowing it early. So astrology was there over thousands of years. People used it because you can change it to a great extent, especially negative instances of your destiny. So when you knew them early, you can take necessary actions to overcome them. That's the beauty of that. So an intelligent person can plan well, act well, and overcome those difficulties, and achieve success in their destiny or in their lives. Good luck.